Rumors are intensifying as 50 Cent pulls back the curtain on what he claims was deliberately left out of his Diddy documentary. According to him, key revelations were not excluded due to inaccuracy, but because they were considered too controversial and potentially dangerous to air. Now, he's hinting that everything the platform refused to show could finally come to light in a second installment. If true, this next chapter promises to expose a far more unfiltered and explosive narrative than audiences have seen so far.
If you got a wild party and P. Diddy puts on that wild party and, he sets everybody up. Like if you were an intelligence agent, like a Jeffrey Epstein type deal, that'd be the way to do it. Big old crazy party, get everybody loose.
And get the cameras
Get them
rolling.
the yayo. Get them the yayo.
And everything else.
Get them everything you need. Get fired up. Get those cameras rolling. And now you got everybody under wraps. What a twisted web some folks weave.
Even from behind bars, Sean Diddy Combs may still wield significant influence across the entertainment industry. Insiders suggest that long-standing connections with powerful media executives, including figures linked to major streaming platforms like Netflix, could be shaping what stories are told and, more importantly, what is left unsaid. While legal moves like cease and desist orders may be off the table, the real power, it seems, lies in relationships and behind-the-scenes leverage, quietly guiding the narrative in ways the public may never fully see.
That documentary, and if 50 do another one, and I heard he's gonna put it on YouTube or do whatever he's gonna do, Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do with that. Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do to try to stop that because he can't. Because if he could stop it, it would have been stopped. You know why he can't stop it? Because Puff know people right there at Netflix. Don't think he don't. And I don't know if this guy still worked for them, but he was part of the flavor unit, Shaquem. He was part of the flavor unit. He was good friends. He was cool with Puff and them. Flavor Unit and them, Queen Latifah and them, they was cool with Puff. If Puff would have sent a cease and desist over there and they could do it and he had the power and they wasn't right, they would have been done it. You see it's still rolling, right? It's still going on, right? He ain't got that power no more. You understand? Now, could he sue them because they use his likeness or use something and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm not that versed in they using him. You understand? If they can steal your whole damn idea, your whole damn ideal, why can't they steal your whole damn intellectual property?
Some of the most serious allegations surrounding Sean Diddy Combs were notably absent from the Netflix documentary, despite 50 Cent previously alluding to them before its release. According to reports, these claims were considered too explosive, too risky for the platform to address. From rumored footage and whispers of powerful figures allegedly involved, to what may be the most critical element of all, the voices and experiences of the alleged victims, entire layers of the story appear to have been left in the shadows.
Also, like people that are elites, and that's their thing. Like their thing is to do something that is horrible, and it's not available to other people. So it's like, I think there's like a sickness that people have when they have power, like extreme power, and then what else can I do? What else can I do? What else is what else is taboo? What else is forbidden? Like all this Diddy shit that's coming out. Like
I was just gonna say, doesn't that sound topical?
Jesus Christ! The first day of the trial, did you pay attention to any of that stuff? I looked at it for like 10 minutes this morning, and I was like, I gotta stop. I can't look at this.
Well, what freaks me out is the people sitting in the courtroom listening to it.
Right.
And there's a wide spectrum of people that are getting subjected to it, and you just sit there and go,
yeah, well, not only that, how about the fact that this guy was running this for decades? He was doing this for decades to who knows how many people, and everybody was scared to talk about it because...
Serious allegations have followed Sean Diddy Combs for years, particularly regarding young artists in the industry. Comments from figures like Justin Bieber and Usher have only fueled growing concern about what may have happened behind the scenes. As scrutiny intensifies, one question remains: when will those affected finally see justice?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second. So, yeah, it's hard because I want her to know that, you know, she can count on me. But at the end of the day, I don't want to, I'm never going to force myself to be in a relationship with her. It has to be natural, right? So I just kind of, you know, let her do her thing. And if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and yeah. So yeah, I just want to protect her, you know.
Multiple testimonies in cases linked to Sean Diddy Combs have raised serious and deeply concerning allegations, some of which reportedly never made it into the courtroom narrative. Questions are now being asked about why certain claims were not pursued further, and why major platforms, including Netflix, chose not to address them in their coverage. 50 Cent appears to have anticipated these limitations, suggesting that a fully unfiltered expose would never receive industry backing. As a result, he's now signaling plans to take full control of the next installment himself, without restrictions and without support from the very system he aims to challenge.
Cent was not done with Diddy. I knew 50 Cent was not done with Diddy. He just confirmed that he has more stuff on Diddy that he couldn't even fit in the 4 episodes in the new Netflix Diddy documentary. With 50, it is so hard telling what this man got his hands on, but he said this in reference to the videos that he got of Diddy before he went to jail.
A lot of the personal footage of Diddy has shocked a lot of people. And I know, 50, the way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make the... It was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things.
And on top of him saying that he has more dirt on Diddy, he is also saying that more people came to him with allegations against Diddy that never made it into the Netflix documentary. With the anticipation, they ask him, are you going to make a second documentary and put it on Netflix since you have all of this stuff? And he says that he is about to put it on YouTube.
With everything that was out and all of these people that were coming forward, have there been any like new tips that you've gotten since it has been released?
Well, yeah, everyone starts to feel a little more comfortable when they see other people telling their truth about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's got to be something on YouTube coming.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like certain things were left out of this documentary, but now to hear him confirming it and saying he still has more and this man is about to post them on YouTube, I can only imagine what we haven't seen yet. Okay, this is getting absolutely crazy. So yesterday we heard 50 Cent confirm that he does have more video footage of Diddy, and now he's saying he has 140 more hours of video footage of Diddy. Now in a post he made about this video footage, he is saying he has 140 hours, and he did it with a video where there was a man claiming that 50 Cent has video footage of Diddy doing alleged criminal activity, and this could possibly get him more time. And this is the post that 50 Cent made. Correct, 140 hours of footage. I don't understand why he filmed himself, but I'm glad he filmed himself. The people who are supporting him will be quiet very soon when more comes out.
What 50 just came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay, they are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up, check this out. Now y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff, and people like, damn, what was Diddy recording it? Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50, of all people, has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the fucking tip of that.
Reports suggest that powerful figures in Hollywood may have influenced key edits to the documentary, leading to the removal of some of its most sensitive material. Among the alleged omissions were references to individuals who may have enabled or protected Sean Diddy Combs over the years. Insiders claim these decisions weren't purely creative, they were strategic. With concerns about naming influential figures across entertainment, politics, and business, the stakes were simply too high. After all, once those names are made public, there's no undoing the impact.
That's what I'm trying to figure out is like,
people can go away.
I mean, that's what people were saying, and maybe everybody's a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what people are saying about the Diddy situation. Like when the feds rolled up, with the fucking Hummers and shit, they're like, it wasn't about Diddy, it was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any evidence.
Well, Prince Harry was hanging with Diddy.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody who tells the stories like, I saw I go upstairs and these dudes are like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room and these guys are
It wasn't just alleged victims whose voices were left out. Entire perspectives were missing. Notably, Tupac Shakur's family was absent from the documentary, despite their ongoing efforts to revisit and investigate the circumstances surrounding his death. They've openly questioned whether the truth was deliberately buried, pointing to the possible roles of money, fear, and influence in silencing key witnesses. Concerns about overlooked leads and individuals who were never fully scrutinized have also been raised, yet none of these angles made it into the final cut of the Netflix series.
TV has just confirmed that the family of Tupac Shakur is investigating a potential link between the murder of Tupac and Sean Diddy Combs. This coming from attorney Alex Spiro, who represents Tupac's family. Now, this investigation had been previously reported by unnamed sources, but earlier today, Spiro confirmed to our Court TV team that he and a team of investigators has been hired.
Sean Combs allegedly had business dealings with Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who will go on trial next March for the murder of Tupac. This was back in 1996. Some have speculated that Diddy ordered Tupac's death. That, of course, is just a theory at this point, and we are monitoring the developments in both the Tupac murder trial and the federal indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. So a lot of information to come on that.
Even key interactions were left out of the story. Reports suggest that Sean Diddy Combs once reached out directly to Tupac Shakur's family, something the documentary never addressed. In October 2024, Mopreme Shakur appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored, sharing his perspective on the ongoing investigation and emphasizing that there's far more beneath the surface than the public has been told. He revealed that Diddy personally contacted him back in 2008, maintaining his innocence. Mopreme's response was measured but powerful. The full truth, he insisted, has yet to come to light.
Interesting to me about your involvement in this is that Diddy actually called you after an LA Times article in 2008 alleging he'd been involved in your brother's death. What did he say that day when he called you?
He was in town. He was in LA at the time. He was on the radio. He asked a local DJ that we all know, Big Boy, to reach out to me because he wanted to speak to me about something. This is a few years after Pac's murder, and we all were familiar with all the rumors and stuff. I said, yeah, let me talk to him. So he called me, and I had my guys with me, Thug Life guys, and we heard what he had to say. He basically said he ain't have nothing to do with my brother's. And I told him the truth is still yet to come out, so we're gonna see. Here we are 27, 28 years later. it looks like there's some doubt in that statement. So, thus, along with all the other suspicions that people have, it was time for it to be investigated.
In a statement at the time, Diddy declared, "This story is a lie, the LA Times story. Neither I nor the late Notorious had any knowledge of any attack on Tupac before, during, or after it happened." Do you think that was an honest statement?
My opinion is that I don't believe it was 100%.
At times, it feels as though the documentary avoids a larger, more complex picture that Sean Diddy Combs may not have operated alone. Allegations and insider accounts point to a broader network of individuals, including former staff, artists, and industry figures, who may have been aware that something wasn't right. Some have suggested that fear of retaliation or being blacklisted kept people silent. And if that's true, that silence didn't just shield one person, it may have protected an entire circle operating behind the scenes.
All this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Cause you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
Yeah, the feds revealed that, anybody that, participated in any, criminal behavior at his freak-offs, they're going to pursue.
Listen here. The mayor here take like 15 spoons of sugar in his coffee. So it's all a possibility.
Do you think there's any celebrities on them tapes?
Bro, he gave celebrity parties. So what you think?
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors. Yeah, I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
The thing is, we're getting the rumors from the internet, and the internet thinks that the Taliban took out that bridge in Baltimore. So it's like, who knows? Who knows what's real?
That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like, yeah, these are just trumped up charges. Not trumped up, I don't think they said that, but like bullshit charges.
Dude, when Homeland Security invades your house,
you got problems
with dudes with guns and body armor.
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff; they were there to delete everything. Like the real people that were in there,
Oh,
like
that's
the same
funny.
thing with Epstein.
There was a lot going on, and then there's people that thought that Puffy was involved and Suge Knight was involved.
Speaking of, I think Suge Knight's the one who said that thing I just thought of.
What thing?
About that they were there to delete stuff.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right? You know who said? Luke from 2 Live Crew?
Yeah, he said he was to leave early.
Yeah, when Luke from 2 Live Crew is leaving early, like, you got a wild party. If what's happening is too f***ed up for Luke from 2 Live Crew? Like, check, please. There's so many different stories.
Tensions are rising across the industry as 50 Cent's revelations continue to spark controversy. Powerful executives, seasoned publicists, and even artists who once remained silent are now facing a level of scrutiny they never expected. According to growing speculation, the backlash isn't just about disagreement. It's about exposure. As more questions surface, It's clear that challenging long-standing narratives comes with consequences, and not everyone is willing to see those stories brought into the light.
Yeah, he got everybody going, man. You know, he's getting a lot of backlash, man. Like, people are like mad at 50 for getting behind this thing.
Well, see, the thing about it is that people are out their rabbit ass mind, and they gonna sit up here and they gonna say some stuff like, yo, they try to make it up like, it's because of a girl, it's because of a woman. A man that can have any woman in the damn world, you understand, go any parts of the world, find beautiful women all over the world, that's willing to do whatever he wants to. I'ma be mad because this dude got this one? Nah, it's bigger and it's more than that. They don't wanna say it. A lot of these cats out here don't wanna tell the truth behind it. You understand? When 50 was out here, you know, trying to get into, well, he was writing for most of Puff stuff. He was writing for artists. He was writing for different people. LL, Puff, whatever he can get money at, you know what I'm saying, to do some writing and stuff like that. Jam Master Jay had him writing something like that. So Fifth was writing. Then when he did How to Rob the Industry cat joint, he's supposed to be the next one to come out of New York. You understand what I'm saying? He gets in this beef, you know what I'm saying, with Murder Inc., Ja, Irv Gotti, Supreme them. They try to eliminate him. Then Puff and the other people put a tag on him where it's that, yo, don't let him make no money. Don't sign him. You ain't gonna have none but problems. They put a bad tag on him. You understand? He gotta go to the West Coast and with Dre and Eminem to get his deal. You understand what I'm saying? So they put this tag on him to stop him from eating his craft. You understand? They try to kill him, you understand? Because they got a problem with him. And then you supposed to have some love, so people who try to take you out of here, try to stop you from eating and everything like that. Diddy was a part of that too.
There's growing talk of potential legal action involving Sean Diddy Combs, 50 Cent, and Netflix, but so far, nothing has been formally confirmed. Behind the scenes, many believe the situation is far more complex than it appears. Any move toward a lawsuit could open the door to even greater scrutiny, raising the stakes for everyone involved. For now, it remains a tense standoff, one where what's revealed next could shift the entire narrative.
Documentary about Sean Diddy Combs is officially here, and we hear from two jurors from the Diddy trial, some accusers who spoke out for the documentary, and 50 Cent got his hands on some footage that Diddy claims belongs to him.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
I reached out to Sean Combs' spokesperson, who tells me that the reason why that personal footage exists is because Sean Combs has been documenting his own life since he was 19 years old. They say that this footage was captured from a personal videographer hired by Sean Combs.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth.
His lawyers even sent a cease and desist letter to Netflix, which I have obtained. I reached out to Netflix and they referred me to a statement from the documentary's director who says, quote, "It came to us, we obtained the footage legally and have the necessary."
50 Cent isn't limiting this to documentaries. He's signaling a willingness to escalate the situation even further. In a bold statement, he suggested that if it ever came to it, he would personally reach out to former President Donald Trump to ensure that Sean Diddy Combs would not receive any form of pardon. It's a striking claim that underscores just how far he's prepared to take this, and how serious the stakes have become.
50 Cent don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. He literally is saying he's gonna reach out to Trump to remind Trump of the things that P. Diddy has said about him, for the sole express purposes of making sure that Trump doesn't pardon Diddy in the event that Diddy gets convicted of sex, trafficking, and racketeering. That's what 50 Cent is sworn to do. And I gotta admit to you, that's wild. Damn, you know you got an enemy there when the man want to go out of his way to contact the president, and clearly he has some kind of inroads where he can get to President Trump so President Trump can hear him. He's basically saying, yo, brother needs.
Some critics argue that fame and influence can shape how high-profile cases are perceived, raising concerns about whether celebrity status creates an uneven playing field. In situations involving figures like Sean Diddy Combs, questions have been raised about how public image and recognition might affect those involved in the process. While these perspectives remain debated, they highlight a broader issue: whether true impartiality is always possible when power, reputation, and celebrity are in the spotlight.
In the Diddy doc that I am very briefly in show us two very different perspectives that combine to create the not guilty verdicts on the big charges. This one is a fan. She liked day 26. But you can see the glitter in her eyes from being around Puff. It's like she went to a concert. She's excited to share moments with him, to look at him during the trial, to feel the same things as him, to see him doing the same nod that he did during making the band. She's won over by the fame, and I'm sure that's part of why some of these jurors voted not guilty. But this man knows and cares nothing of Puff's fame. But he says, why did she keep going back to him like they were lovers in a crazy relationship? This is a complete misunderstanding of trauma bonds, as well as a complete misunderstanding of how Cassie was personally, financially, and professionally yoked to Diddy. Throughout the trial, people said, why didn't she just leave? Which is essentially what this man is saying. Why didn't she just leave? She explained that her career was tied to him. He kept her broke. When she talked about leaving, he threatened to release the freak-off tapes. He threatened her mother. And whenever she actually did run away, he sent his bodyguards to go and bring her back. So there was no way for her to leave. But y'all want to talk about why didn't she just leave? You can't have the luxury and the complaint. Trauma bonds are very difficult to understand.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as such, she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning, after a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but
Netflix may have chosen its version of the story, and the industry may be trying to contain the fallout, but the conversation isn't going away. Allegations, testimonies, and unanswered questions continue to circulate, gaining momentum with each passing day. 50 Cent shows no signs of backing down, and neither do those demanding accountability. At this point, the question is no longer just whether Sean Diddy Combs will face justice, but how much of the truth will ultimately come to light.